Erik Horne here with Maddie Lee after the Thunder's 108-96 win over the Brooklyn Nets. 2 in a row for the Thunder. Who'd have thunk it? You know, they actually can win consecutive games. But no, Thunder's defense was excellent for the consecutive game. You got some big time performances, namely from Russell Westbrook and Paul George. But it was good to see Paul George finally find some rhythm after he's really struggled with his offense post All-Star break.
Yeah, no, he shot much more efficiently tonight. And really, since the All-Star break, we haven't seen him shoot efficiently other than that first Utah game right out of the break. Then he had the shoulder issue, coming back from that, and tonight he seemed to really get it. Shot 9 of 18, which is a good percentage.
Yeah, no, 50% for Paul George is what you need. He hits 50% from 3. He's talking, but George is really at his best when he's dictating things defensively, and I think in these last 2 games he's been back to the normal defensive Paul George that we've seen. Now, he revealed tonight he's dealing with some stuff with his left arm, shoulder area now, some bruising around there. He said he picked up another hit. So basically, he's dealing with some upper body issues that have kind of limited him in terms of his shooting. He acknowledged that. But it doesn't seem to be affecting him defensively, Maddie. He looked fantastic tonight, and he looked fantastic against Utah.
He joked, well, my legs are fine. It's just my shoulder. So, yeah, no, he was fantastic. And then you had Russell Westbrook come out. He shot well in the first half, but then in that second half really started getting guys other shots. To begin the third quarter, he had 3 assists on 3 consecutive possessions and then did the same thing again in the fourth quarter. Really impressive distribution in that second half, and he finishes the night with 31 points.
Look, and great contributions from all the players in terms of the defense. Billy Donovan went out of his way to highlight Dennis Schroeder tonight, who was excellent on ball. I think the Thunder's on-ball defense in terms of their guards has been really good in the past 2 games, and that's allowed Steven Adams more time to drop to centers and be more of a defensive disruptor at the rim and on those centers that roll to the rim. Dennis Schroeder was great tonight. Deontay Burton, I thought, put in quality minutes with Markieff Morris out, sliding into those minutes. Nerlens Noel played solid. Abdul Nader was solid again. And look, the Thunder's defense is where they've got to hang their hat. We've been talking about this all season. This is the first time they've held 2 opponents back-to-back under 100 points since the beginning of November. So if the Thunder can get their defense solidified, that'll give Paul George even more time to get back into a rhythm offensively. And right now, frankly, Russell Westbrook's playing the best offense he's played all season. It doesn't seem to be really derailing the Thunder much. In that first half, we kind of talked about how Russell Westbrook was getting a lot of no-pass possessions. He was scoring off of them, but it's not what you want to see from the Thunder's offense. He corrected himself in the second half for sure.
Yeah, it's cliche to say, but it really was a tale of 2 halves for them. A lot of turnovers, especially at the very beginning of the game. The Nets started on a 9-0 run, which is not ideal. This game would have been much more lopsided if the Thunder had had fewer turnovers to start the game, but they come out really dominant in that second half.
Thunder doesn't have a lot of time to soak up this win. They got to go to Indianapolis on Thursday, second night of a back-to-back. The Thunder's actually played pretty well in back-to-backs this season, so we'll see if they can turn around and respond. Maybe Paul George, he shot efficiently. Maybe the quick turnaround will be good for him in terms of, being able to carry that over to the next game. Here's some post-game video from Russell Westbrook, Paul George. Who else do we have? Anybody else?
And Billy Donovan.
Oh, Billy Donovan too. Oh, and Russell Westbrook says little to nothing about the Utah incident and what happened with the fan.